God. Where do I even start with this? Well, first and foremost, Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm bringing y'all a stocking full of coal today. Shadow the Hedgehog was released November 15, 2005. But first, let's talk about his origins real quick. Shadow was first introduced in Sonic Adventure 2, also known as the Ultimate Life Form, created by Gerald Robotnik. He was put away on a heavily guarded island. He's also known as Sonic's emo edgy twin, kinda like Pit and Dark Pit. He was later released by Eggman, Robotnik's grandson. I'm going to try to summarize this as much as possible, to be honest, because I'm not doing an SA2 review right now. But basically, Shadow was programmed to get revenge on the human race, but he realized at the end that he was wrong and humanity deserved forgiveness for Maria's death, yada yada yada. And he died at the end, and I put dies in air quotes because he came right back a couple years later in Sonic Heroes. In Sonic Heroes, Rouge finds Shadow in the pod, and they try to find Eggman to figure out if it's the real Shadow or if he's a clone, yada yada yada. We'll do a Sonic Heroes video another time. Now we're here on Shadow the Hedgehog. Remember when I said Shadow is basically, the edgy version of Sonic? Well, Sonic Team basically took that and made an entire game out of it. Shadow was a quick fan favorite from his introduction shit. He's even one of my favorites too, I'm not gonna lie. But nobody saw this coming. Shadow with a fucking gun? That's ridiculous. It came off as a joke at the time, but Sonic Team was dead serious. I guess they were trying to appeal to the teen crowd, but in my opinion, the formula they already had was pretty good for kids and teens. Also, they included the characters swearing to up the edginess, and it's pretty cringe to be honest.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? You're going straight to hell!
Damn, they got away! Damn, only 5 minutes left.
The plot of this doesn't even make sense because the gameplay doesn't mix at all. There's so many plot holes and it contradicts itself throughout the story. It just is bad. So let me give a quick synopsis of the story. The main story focuses on Shadow. One day, Shadow is standing on a hill near Westopolis, trying to figure out his past. A newspaper with the headline of celebrations taking place now that the Black Comet has came back after his 50-year cycle blows in the wind, getting stuck on Shadow's leg for a second. The sky turns black and aliens start to fall from the sky out of nowhere. Shadow turns to leave until the leader of the aliens, Black Doom, appears before him, telling him that the day of reckoning is soon to come and instructing him to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds and bring them to him, as promised. Before Shadow could even ask him what the fuck he was talking about, Black Doom disappears into explosions. Believing the Chaos Emeralds will help him get to the bottom of the truth, Shadow sets off to find them. In the final story, Shadow collected all 7 Chaos Emeralds on the Black Comet. Black Doom shows up and commands that Shadow must give him the emeralds so they can begin their ritual of prosperity. Suddenly, Sonic arrives, followed by Tails, Amy, Knuckles, Rouge, and even Eggman, to tell Shadow not to listen to Black Doom as the aliens plan to destroy the planet. Doom denies this, claiming that the Black Arms are here to save the humans from destroying themselves with their greed and treachery, and are offering salvation and peace. But that really was a lie, cause he then reveals that he also plans to harvest the humans as an energy source for his race, shocking Shadow and the others. Suddenly, he takes the emeralds from Shadow and uses Chaos Control to warp the Black Comet down to the surface of the Earth where it anchors itself to the planet. Black Doom then explains that he helped Professor Gerald create Shadow, but only in return for the Chaos Emeralds, which were needed to bring the comet down to the surface. Shadow becomes distraught by this revelation, while Eggman is in disbelief that his grandfather would betray the planet for his own research. Sonic and the others prepare to fight back, but their bodies are paralyzed by a special gas being emitted from the comet. Black Doom gloats on his victory and leads them to be devoured by his alien offspring. As the end seems near, Shadow suddenly hears Maria's voice asking for help, which assists him in regaining his composure. He then shows that he's immune to the gas by standing up and stepping on one of the leeches, shocking Black Doom. Shadow then states that he had left his past behind him and he became determined to destroy Black Doom. Enraged that Shadow will betray his creator, Doom threatens to take back the life he gave Shadow before fleeing with the Chaos Emeralds. Shadow gives chase to Black Doom, leaving behind the others, with Sonic calling Shadow their only hope. After finding his way through the Black Comet, Shadow catches up with Black Doom, who congratulates Shadow for making it this far, and continues to claim that his way is the only method for humans to survive. Shadow ignores his reasoning and prepares to fight, but Black Doom then reveals that his blood was used to create Shadow, thus making him a member of their race, and revealing why Shadow wasn't affected by the paralysis gas. Shadow then finds himself attacked by Black Doom's mind control as he gloats that Shadow can never defeat him or escape his own past. Meanwhile, the Chaotix are on board the Ark and have managed to hack into the data disk that they found earlier. Once finally inside, Charmy activates a recording of a still sane Professor Gerald Robotnik, which is broadcasted both around the world and on the Black Comet. Pretty much how it was like in the SA2's final story. In the film, Gerald leaves a message for Shadow that the government plans to shut down the Ark and convict everyone who knows of Shadow's existence. The professor states that it was all because of his dealings with Black Doom. He then reveals that he invented the Eclipse Cannon to destroy the Black Comet, and then trusts Shadow with using it and saving the world. Black Doom really didn't pay no mind to this, stating that Shadow's under his absolute control, but is then stunned to see Shadow resisting him. Shadow states that he now knows his true purpose and prepares to attack before Black Doom teleports away, with proclaiming his intention to destroy Shadow with his full power. In response, Shadow retrieves the Chaos Emeralds and uses them to become Super Shadow. He then flies away to take on Black Doom, who has also transformed into a full powered form. After an intense fight, Black Doom is defeated and falls to his demise. Shadow then uses the superpowered Chaos Control to warp the Black Comet back into the planet's orbit before destroying it completely using the Eclipse Cannon. Everyone on Earth cheers in joy as the alien threat has been destroyed forever. Sonic and friends congratulate Shadow for his success while Eggman attempts to sneak away to obtain the Chaos Emeralds, only to be pursued by Knuckles. The president decides to honor Gerald's memory by working toward a better future, which is weird to me because why honor him when Gerald is the main reason that they were even in that situation? In the final scene of the Space Colony arc, Shadow looks at a picture of Maria and Gerald before tossing away as he leaves the room, remarking, "Goodbye forever, Shadow the Hedgehog." Now that you know the plot, how does it contradict itself, you may ask? Well, that's because they gave 10 endings. Also, it gets repetitive fast too, having to play the first level over 10 times, and depending on the route you take, you'll play other levels several times, just like an insanity test. And the game basically says, fuck the decision you made, it doesn't matter because there's actually one true ending. So basically all the endings you just went through were pointless. But I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, remember I said the gameplay makes the story contradict itself. So on every level you can either choose dark, neutral, or hero. And let's say on the level of Prison Island, you choose neutral. And if you choose neutral, you say fuck Black Doom and whoever the hero is, Charmy, and you go solo. But on the very next level, Sky Troops, you talking to Black Doom like nothing happened on Prison Island and you did the dark side. But that wouldn't make sense because if you did the dark side, you go up instead of straight. Another example is at Cryptic Castle. I chose the dark side to light the torch with Eggman, right? Why the hell do I still have to fight him as a boss if we just work together? It's just confusing. And another thing that pisses me off is that they didn't come up with some system that'll make whichever side you choose stop attacking you. And what I mean by that is they could have made a mechanic where if you choose the dark mission, the black aliens won't attack you. But nope. They still attack you even though you're on their side, and it's annoying as fuck. They didn't even think most of this decision shit through, especially for dark missions. I know I'm not supposed to attack the black aliens since I'm technically on their side with the dark missions, but on most levels, you have to kill them to even get through certain areas. Like right here, you have to kill them to get to the spring, and right here, you can't continue through the level until you kill them. And it's annoying how he just gets on my ass about killing them, but the game forces me to even though I chose the dark mission. Also, how they low-key try to force you to pick a side is annoying. For example, if I want to do a neutral mission, right, I should be able to just choose neutral and just run straight through. Nope. They'll randomly place Black Doom and whoever the hero is for that stage on the path you're going, so it'll force you to change to their mission, and now you gotta pause the game and re-choose neutral again multiple times because they spread all through the level. I never beat this game as a kid for a reason, and while I was playing again recently, I genuinely was getting a headache. After about the fourth time of running with stoplights, I was questioning myself, is this shit really worth it? But I pushed through for the sake of the video. Not only does the plot suck, but the levels and gameplay are on par with it. What sucks about the hero and dark options for levels is you have to reach a target number, whether it's kill a certain amount of enemies, find this many items, ignite these bombs, etc. And it's so time consuming because you have to search every nook and cranny to make sure you didn't miss anything. But the dark and hero missions can turn what could be a 3 to 4 minute level into 9+. Like look at me in Cryptic Castle. I was there for almost 20 minutes looking for the last flame. I had to look up a tutorial on where the last one was because this shit isn't straightforward on where to go to find the flames. This isn't a game that makes you want to explore either. It makes you want to get the shit over as soon as possible. It's ridiculous, and this level is just ass in general. It was the little shit that was just pissing me off. For example, what's the point of this wall? But that shit's supposed to be funny to have a breakable wall lead to literally nothing. And don't even get me started on this level. Yeah, the dark mission is pretty much like a neutral mission where you just run straight, but it feels like to get to the end, it's random luck. Because you don't know where to go sometimes, and I'm honestly talking about this part to be specific where you just go all over the place. I was just randomly moving my left stick and hoping I ended up in the right area. And for a new player who wouldn't know better, when you get to the end, you think you missed the objective or something. Nope. You have to run around the ring and go up and do this, and that is so extra and annoying. I hate it. Same for with Stopless's dark mission. You wouldn't know that you had to go around the ring and go to a secret back part of the level to find the last few bastards. And I was on this mission for a while trying to find the last dude, and I took my time searching, I swear to God. And after my third backtrack, he all of a sudden appears just out of nowhere. And I've checked there multiple times, so he just appeared there. He spawned there. I just don't get it. The dark and hero mission, they're a real pain to do. I'm not gonna lie. And the gameplay is just awful. Shadow controls like he's wearing socks on a frozen lake. It's really, really slippery. You see me randomly just jump sometimes. That's me just trying to get control of this motherfucker. Because once he goes full speed, if I move my left stick any direction slightly, he just zooms that way, and I have to stop him from running into an enemy, obstacle, or even sometimes just flying off the map. The home attack returns in the game too, but sometimes I feel like it just doesn't work for me. An enemy can be right in front of me, and I either don't lock on to them and fly past them, or off the level to my death. And the vehicles feel like I'm trying to drive with no steering fluid. Only thing that was kind of cool about the game was Shadow special moves, Chaos Blast, and Chaos Control. When you kill the black aliens, it adds to your Chaos Control meter, and the Chaos Control basically makes you zoom to the map. It's only really useful if you're doing neutral missions, to be honest. And when you kill the good guys in levels, that's how you add to your Chaos Blast meter. And the Chaos Blast is better than Control to me because you do a blast that pretty much kills anything in the vicinity. Also, you get unlimited ammo while it's activated, and you're pretty much in a god mode. That's about the only good thing I see from this game. And the rendered cutscenes look good too, I give them that. And using some of the guns are pretty fun, but other than that, this game is just a mess. I thought the final boss fight was gonna be fun, but nah. It was for like 20 seconds because, you know, the music was dope to hear while using Super Shadow. Once I realized how ass this boss is, I was fed up with it. The worst part of this boss fight is the aiming, and you can't go up and down with Shadow. The aiming is so ass. I could be looking right at him, right, and Shadow throws a Chaos Spear just far left field. It was so annoying. What is that? What is he aiming at? I was looking dead at him, but he just shot it off to the right for some reason. And them taking away the ability for you to control Shadow vertically was dumb. It was sometimes where they would have me randomly at the bottom of the map, and I just had to sit there and wait for him to just float up to the right level for me to continue to fight. By that time, I damn near ran out of rings. Getting rings felt impossible because of the dumbass aiming system. It could be a ring bubble right in front of me, but Shadow just refused to hit it like he has cataracts or something and just can't see it. Matter of fact, here goes some footage of me just struggling to fight this boss. This is ass. Where is he aiming at? Just kill him. That shit's starting to piss me off really badly. Oh, this is AIDS. I promise you, there's a difference between a difficult boss and just like, just look at that. What am I? I'm looking dead at him and I'm aiming to the left. Oh my god, this is terrible. That shit was ass, right? I feel like this was the beginning of what some people call, quote unquote, the dark ages of Sonic, because the very next year, y'all know what came out. Could there have been a better way to approach a Shadow the Hedgehog game? Maybe. Was a game based off another character other than Sonic just destined to fail? Possibly. I mean, you see what happened with Knuckles Chaotix. I don't know, man. I don't know what they were thinking with this game. I guess trying to capitalize off of Shadow's popularity, but man, did they execute this wrong. That's all for this video. I just wanted to try a different style of video other than just me and my friends, you know, just fucking around, doing funny moments. And I actually enjoyed making this video. Let me know if I should do more review/rant videos in the future. I'll see y'all next one.
Disgusting black creatures, get out of my sight.